Okay, come with me, please. Take that, please.
Oh, 10 o'clock. Did you tell her?
So, Your Honor, I think we're hearing Mr. Hensley's request. It's my understanding that he is seeking to release me as his court-appointed attorney on this case. I don't have a position on that one way or the other. We may also have some additional requests as well.
Mr. Hensley, is it correct that you wish to discharge Greg Cheney as your lawyer?
Under your counsel or advice, I might want to have him relegated as a standby counsel.
So when you tell me Mike, I want to know what you want to do. What are you requesting today?
I still have difficulties reading and writing. It's going to be difficult for me to file motions. I have hired an assistant to help me with that. Her name is Angelina. I didn't want to put her on camera, I'm sorry. So she's going to be helping me with the reading and writing aspect, and I believe if I have, I'm sorry, I forgot your name, sir.
Greg Cheney.
Mr. Cheney as standby counsel, he can steer me in the proper direction.
Is it your desire to represent yourself with standby counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor,
Yeah.
just briefly, can we clarify what the scope of standby counsel means?
Well, at some point, I'm going to first go through a colloquy about self-representation.
Before you do that, Your Honor,
I'm listening.
I can just play you the video of last time you did that. Nothing's changed.
I have to make a video here.
Yes, sir. I'll make sure it goes a lot smoother than it did last time. I got a poor connection.
Mr. Hensley, you are charged with domestic violence, assault,
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
the maximum sentence on that is 364 days in jail and $5,000 fine.
Yes, Your Honor.
You have the right to have an attorney represent you in all stages of this proceeding. I previously found that you are unable to afford an attorney, and therefore I have granted you a public defender at public expense. If you proceed without an attorney, you might be at a disadvantage. There may be legal issues in your case that you may miss because you're not a trained attorney. There may be factual issues that you overlook as well. However, if you act as your own attorney, you'll be required to follow the same laws and court rules which apply to this case as an attorney would. They can be technical and complex. There are dangers and disadvantages of proceeding without an attorney. However, is it your desire to represent yourself?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you have represented yourself in the past, is that correct?
No, Your Honor. If you recall, I attempted at the beginning to represent myself both in Clark County and here in front of you. But due to my disabilities, I had to withdraw, and then you appointed Lisa Toth as counsel, and I forget the name of the counselor I had in Clark County at the time.
Okay.
But I've never represented myself. I tried, but I lost.
And, but at this time, you do feel that you are capable and competent to represent yourself?
I don't believe completely. That's why I hired an assistant, and she's going to help me with some of the clerical work.
Apart from the clerical work, do you feel that you're capable and competent to represent yourself?
More there.
How far did you go in school?
So once again, we're splitting hairs here. I graduated high school, and then I joined the U.S. Army. I was trained as a CT technologist, and if you go through that training civilian, that's a 2-year program. So, and then I have 23 years experience on top of that. I would say education-wise, you can consider me an equal to a bachelor's, but with the experiences I have, I'm above a master's degree.
Okay. In other words, significant life experience and some educational training in the Army past high school.
Yes, Your Honor.
You can read, write, and understand the English
I've
language.
been a stockbroker, I've been a mortgage broker, I passed the Series 7, the Series 24. Yes, Your Honor, I'm rather capable.
I'm going to find you competent to represent yourself in the way of counsel. You do have the right to request standby counsel. How are you defining that term?
You know, I need to understand the paperwork that needs to be filed, right? It wouldn't hurt my feelings if during the trial I had an attorney, riding shotgun beside me to just whisper in my ear if he believes that I'm stepping over the line. Because I have to tell you, with my cavalier style, sir, I might step over the line.
You seek to have standby counsel to give you legal advice on procedural issues, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And to advise you on strategy, perhaps.
I want less of that, but I will heed warnings, but oftentimes I have my own ideas about things. I'm not as timid as counsel generally tends to be. So my strategy is a bit more aggressive, and he'll try to reel me in like he did before we came out here today. I'll listen to him, but if I disagree with him, it's my show.
If you act as your own attorney, you are in charge of the representation. You may, however, consult with standby counsel for legal advice on procedural issues. Certainly, counsel can advise you as to the wisdom of certain procedures or strategy, but you make your own decision.
I concede that point.
Does that work for you, sir?
It does. I don't generally have an objection to that. I'm more concerned about the pragmatic aspects of this relationship.
I see.
For example, today, for me to try to get here and drop everything was fairly difficult, and I'm lucky to be here this afternoon because I had a document in Stevenson that took most of the day. Only because a client canceled was I able to make it. So I don't have a problem with helping him on procedural issues, and maybe if he wants it strategic advice, I'll leave that to him. I don't want to overstep my bounds. But there has to be an understanding that he is not my only client. And when I didn't return his phone call at 8 a.m. on Monday about whatever happened over the weekend, I returned it at noon. There may be a 4-hour or 2-day window before I'm able to return phone calls. I cannot immediately take every single phone call and drop every single thing for this case, and I want that to be clear. Because I fear that that is a real concern.
I spent the entire weekend with the Richfield Police trying to actively arrest me on an active probable cause statement. That doesn't happen often. So when I couldn't get a return phone call, I will admit to you, sir, that my cockles were up a little. But we spoke on the phone. I understood his situation. He said he has 10 clients up in Skagit County, is that where it's at? Skamania County. I'm not asking him to make me first billing, but what I told him is that's part of the problems with public defenders. You're overloaded with work, and you have a difficult time prioritizing, the order in which you handle your clients.
You will not be required, Mr. Cheney, to abandon other work that you have and rearrange your schedule for this court's benefit or anybody else.
Thank you.
And I said the same.
What else do you have today, Mr.
Today, I have impeachable evidence. I do not want the city to drop the charges against me. This is going to go to trial. I need to cut my teeth on something. Does that make sense? But, no, I told you the entire thing was bogus to begin with. They're not dropping these charges. I won't allow it, and I hope you won't.
I haven't heard that anybody wants to.
Okay, good. When you do, I don't want them dropped. Next up, I've been homeless since the 24th. I haven't showered in 8 days. I have 2 women usurping my home and using these bogus allegations to not only not pay their bills and their rent and the utilities, or allow me to get my personal possessions. They are actively seeking to try to have me arrested because I had to hire a professional property manager to try to collect rent. Now, Miss Ryan, the supposed victim, is over 2 months behind, well over $1,000 in debt to me. And I want you to know why I have impeachable evidence to get that restraining order removed. Today is the first day that I'm actually going to have to prostitute my body for $60 so I can eat. I'm giving plasma.
What are you asking me to do?
I'm asking you to listen to the evidence so you can remove
Today,
it.
right now?
Right now.
No, I'm not going to take any evidence without a prosecutor here.
Well,
Prosecuting attorney is a party to this action.
well, hear me out. You ready?
I don't know.
So you remember the prosecutor stating that Kathleen was the only reason that the city wanted the restraining order, correct? I can play you the video. I record these hearings.
I don't remember, but what's the significance? If
The
that's-
significance of that is Kathleen violated the order of restraint by using Dina's phone to call me and tell me that the prosecutor is lying and that she never wanted the restraining order. Now, I recorded that, right? So the point is, I have Kathleen breaking a restraining order, calling me, saying that the city's a liar, and the city saying that Kathleen's a liar. But I'm the only one homeless.
Okay, we'll put the matter on for next week.
So I'm going to be homeless for another week.
We're going to put the matter on for next week so the prosecuting attorney can be here to respond.
And we need
If you
some,
want to present evidence, I'm going to ask that the prosecutor be notified to bring Ms. Ryan into court, and I'll hear from her.
excellent. Furthermore,
Next week, you don't have to change your schedule.
they tried to arrest me because Officer Watson of the Richfield City Police refused to speak with my property manager. Now, we made an appointment with Officer Watson to go down to the Richfield City Police Station at 6 p.m. so he could meet with them. He then refused. I called 911 after we set up this appointment, right? I called 911 and dispatch said that he was in the precinct. They have a doorbell on that thing, right?
Okay, I'm not.
He wouldn't answer that. They tried to arrest me. I need you to listen because I need,
No. I'm not
with respect, sir, I need clarification. They're still trying to arrest me.
going to listen to complaints about the Ridgefield Police Department.
Well,
The only matter before me is the charge against you.
then I want you to
Your
know.
dealings with the Ridgefield Police are outside of this court's.
Respect. I just want you to know that there is no order of restraint preventing me from contacting Dina. I can use a third party to contact
Dina
Dina.
is.
What's that?
I don't even know who Dina is.
Dina is another tenant in my home that's behind on her rent.
Yeah, you can contact Dina if you don't violate the order that's in
They
effect.
keep on trying to arrest me, saying it's a third party contact.
No, you can contact Dina.
That's what I've been saying.
But-
They've actively tried to arrest
Claiming
me.
that you're trying to contact Kathleen.
Nobody
through
wants to
Dina.
talk to her, no. Dina owes me money.
We're done.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Mr. Hensley, please step over to the clerk's stand and sign this order.
Yes, sir.
And, no, if you schedule us next morning, let the prosecutor know. I'd like to have Ms. Ryan here so we can get to the bottom of this.